Hey YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Shenzo Plays. Today we'll be playing Mudrunners. This was an unlock from my subathon. Also a makeup because I was originally going to do a task on Mudrunners and failed miserably. Multiple times. It was honestly really embarrassing, which is why it probably won't be posted anywhere. But anyway, yeah. We're going to be playing some Mudrunner for a couple hours here, just hanging out, having a good time, doing a lot of yapping. You know how it is. But if you do enjoy this video, please consider leaving a like or a comment on it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my content. We play a lot more stuff. Paper Mario, Helldivers, Blueprints, you name it. There's a lot of it on there. So yeah, please go check that out. Hit that alarm bell if you want to get notified when I drop a new video, which is currently every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Time, noon Eastern. And don't forget to follow me on all my social media down below. I almost forgot my own script. But thank you very much for watching YouTube. Appreciate you, and we'll see you on the other side, okay? Hey YouTube, welcome back. We're here. I think we're gonna continue. We've unlocked all garages, and we have reached all watch points. So I don't know if we need to do something else. But we'll continue, because I think we probably have some objectives we need to get before we can move on to the next map. But here we are. In the middle of... Oh, that's right. We are stuck here. In the middle of the mud, and I think I need to... Oh, I just stalled out the engine like a dummy. I'm just digging in deeper. This is very true. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I don't know how we're supposed to get out of here. I might just have to haul this back to the garage. There we go. Okay. So, what do we got to do? We got to deliver 8 load points to each lumber mill. Okay, so yeah, that's why we were going in there, is because we needed to hit the log station. And we got stuck in the mud. Almost like this game is called Mudrunners or something. So yeah, we can probably try to go around... Try to take the long route, I guess. That might be the best way to go. Just because we keep getting stuck in that one location. This is like the second or third time we've been stuck there. So let's first make sure we have the right trailer. Okay, so we need the medium log cart, right? Okay, we actually have this attached this time. And yeah, we need 8 load points for medium logs, I think. So we got that attached, because last time we drove all the way out there. That's why I stopped, because I think we drove all the way out there, didn't have it, then we had to do it again, and then we got stuck, which sucked. So, okay. So I think we're good to go. I think we're fine. So let's head on out. And let's just make sure we pick a route that makes sense. So, yeah, it looks like we're going to want to turn off and then try to reach this road here. And try to stick close to the trees so we have a way to winch out. It's probably going to have to be our strategy. Alright, so that's heading towards the fuel station. We don't need to go that way. Yeah, we'll head down the main road and see what happens. You know, I really thought about getting in, like, my first, all my trucker gear, like, with my trucker hat and everything. Because I do have one. And I do have a flannel, but it's too freaking It's too freaking hot to do that here. It is over 100 degrees right now. And even with the AC on in here, because I'm unemployed, I got to keep it limited. So it's still pretty warm. Especially with all the lights and the 2 PCs I have. Look at Tech Wiz giving me expert advice. Turn on differential lock. True. You guys can tell I'm an expert trucker, right? Like, I 100% know everything I'm doing at all times. Never in any doubt. Always know. You guys can tell I'm just an expert. That's why we failed so miserably the last 2 times we did this. But yeah, I do, all you know, kidding aside at how bad I am at this game, I do enjoy this game a lot. I have wanted to play this with some friends, but most of my friends don't have this game, and the ones that do don't really enjoy it that much, so that's usually why I play Solar. It is a trucking puzzle game. That is a very accurate assessment, I believe, of this game. Alright, so here we are. We're, yeah, taking this road out, and then we want to make sure we stick close to the trees and kind of hug the trees so we can get there. But yeah, it's very much a trucking puzzle game. I think that's a very accurate way to describe this. Alright, so yeah, we want to kind of hug the trees here, because those are the 2 places we kept getting stuck. So we're going to hug the trees so we have some good winch locations until we can get over to the road. But, yep, there we go. We've already made it farther than we've ever made it before. Yeah, grass usually means sturdy terrain, but not always. Yeah, because, like, that area over there, that has a bunch of grass, and that's not sturdy terrain at all. But we found a route, and we're now on the road, which is good. So, yeah, we're making good progress here, and we haven't even damaged the truck yet, which has also got to be a record. Normally I've broken something at this point. So, for anyone in chat, have you guys gotten a chance to play Battlefield 6? I'm going to be honest, I'm not particularly interested in playing it myself. I actually need to get a refund for Battlefield 2042 because I've literally never played it. I bought it and have, like, because it went on sale, and I've just, like, literally never touched it. Battlefield games are just not really my jam. They're very good looking, but I don't know, I've never really gotten it, so I gotta go get a refund on that game and maybe put that towards something else. Yeah, no, I think Femzy was talking in Hangtime's chat earlier that, I think they're one of their roommates. Team refuses refunds even if you have 0 plays, like, after 60 days. Yeah, well, if they do, that's okay. Not the end of the world. I still figure I'll give it a shot. We'll see. They've approved my refunds in the past, so we'll see. It's a trap? Yes. Yes, it is. But you know what? Oh, we just damaged the truck partially, but guess what? I got through the trap almost entirely unscathed, so who's the real winner here? Honestly, impressive. I was expecting you to slide into the muck. Yeah, I'll be honest, I was too. But, thank you. Yeah, every now and then, you know, I have my moments. It doesn't happen often, I admit, but it does happen. I mean, you know, we had a lot of times, like with Astrobot, where I just get pissed off because it's like, oh, this isn't working the way I expect it to, which, you know, duh, it's a video game. It might not. And then just sometimes it's just pure difficult, you know, like me just, oh, missing a jump or whatever. Alright, we've almost made it. Almost made it. Almost made it. Alright. You would not go back that way? Definitely gonna get stuck going back, yeah. But there's only one real way out. That's the problem. So I'm gonna try to go back up to the path and try to kind of maneuver through there because we have to get down to where are the log stations? Yeah, so we got to go all the way down there. So I think I may have to take the long route. We'll see. I have to position the truck properly. That makes sense. You can try cutting through the stand to the road south. Yeah, we could potentially do that. Okay, truck is still not positioned properly. All right. Okay, we got 4 points here. Might help if I turned on the parking brake. Yeah, there isn't really, like, another way through here. Because I agree, there's a very good chance I'm going to get stuck going back. Heck, I might get stuck right here. I thought I had all-wheel enabled. I guess I accidentally turned it off. Well, it wouldn't be the first time that happened. Okay. Trying to get kind of out of the mud and onto the grass. There we go. All right, got some traction there. Yeah, that's kind of my thought too, is again, sit close to the trees to help get some momentum. But I think we'll be okay. I think we got through the worst of the muck there. Alright, now's the moment of truth here, because the road to the right, while would be the shortest, I think is a huge trap. And so I think what we'll need to do is we need to go this way and try to make it to this fuel station over there. Yeah, the river to the right, exactly, because that's the route, but it's been flooded. So I think it might be best to stay there. Sorry, I gotta check this. 1 second. Okay, not important. Good. So I think, yeah, unfortunately it does want us to go all the way around, because I definitely feel that, yeah, Any other route is going to be a trap, and we do have under half our fuel, so I think we do have to make... We do have to make a fuel stop here. So I checked north to see if we can take a route around. I mean, it does look like there might be something like here if we cut through the trees, but I think that might be a bit tough. So, yeah, I think the safer play, and it's still going to be a bit of a gamble too, because like there's a couple areas where you can absolutely get wrecked along here, but I think the safer play is to make it for this fuel station and go all the way around to this lumber mill over there. Because even getting to that lumber mill is going to be a bit of a pain. So, I think that's going to be the play. I don't like it, but I think that's what we got to do. Just because we also don't have a ton of fuel either. So this is going to be the real test here, is... Turn off diff lock in the muck. Okay. That quiz is like walking me how to be a trucker here, everybody. And lock back in once we're out of the muck. Got it. I imagine that'll help save on fuel. Alright, so this is going to be, I think, the first big test here. And we got through without even having to use the winch. Alright, so now this is going to be the fun part. We could go around, which is probably the safe route. Or we can try to cut through where it gets shallow over there and risk sliding in. I think going around is the best strategy. Yeah, both look bad, but I think out of the two, this looks the least bad because it's also right in... You know, it's like there's a tree line right here. Oh, I think we're in the water. So let's... use a winch here. And then diff lock while winching. Okay, good to know. Okay, I think we made it. So, first major obstacle has been cleared. Still in the muck, so I'm keeping diff lock on for now. Alright, then we gotta take the left on the major, we gotta take the left here on the next major turn, so... Alright, diff lock off. We're on pretty solid ground now, which is good. Really hoping we'll have enough fuel to get there. It's gonna be pretty close, I think. Back in the muck, so we'll diff lock here. Out of the muck. on pretty solid terrain here. Relatively, anyway. Oh, let's not tip over. Let's lean into that a bit. I'm gonna give TechWiz a heart attack by the time this is done, by the way, everybody. Oh, we made it? The tilt is real. Yep. Calculated. What can I say? Alright, here's our next big test here. Again, I'm staying close by to the trees. To give me something to kind of hang on to. But so far, we're doing pretty well, I would say. All right, we've done it. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna need to make it to that fuel station, but I think we'll be okay as long as we don't have any major hiccups. I don't think I would trust us cutting through, but yeah, we definitely have to go through the fuel station. And we're gonna have to go all the way around. Yep, notice this major hiccup directly ahead. You know, that was more, hey, let's cross that lake when we get to it, but, you know, we can talk about it now. Alright, man, I don't really feel any route here is good either. Except, I do want to say I don't think we should go directly straight through the lake. I think that's about the only thing I feel confident about. Oh, this is gonna be close. Ooh, okay, made it. Hands down, you would have backed up and gunned it through. Yeah, I guess I'm a little more cautious. Alrighty. Just giving the truck a little bath. Little mud bath, you know. Earning its stripes. I'm not stuck, that's true. So far, anyway. This is probably the best run, just so you know, I've probably ever done in any of my attempts on this game. I don't think I've ever done this well. And admittedly, we're like low on fuel, so, you know, that should say a lot about how well of a job I've done in the past. Fuel's no big deal. I mean, that's true. You can drive another truck over and refuel. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, we've got another obstacle here. And I actually missed the turn to the fuel station. So let's see if we can kind of forge a path. Otherwise, I'm going to have to find a way to turn around. I think we can slide through these two trees here. Or maybe I'll get stuck. Oh, it's because I have the winch. How do I detach the winch here? That's pulling it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Kelly. Thank you very much for subscribing Tier 1 for 33 months. Oh my god, almost 3 years. Thank you so much. Saying bonjour. Bonjour to you as well. Hope you're doing well, Callie. Alright, so we'll head this way towards the fuel station. I think we'll make it, no problem. I think we have enough fuel to get there. Don't know where the time has gone. Me neither, Callie. Me neither. I was talking about it before the recording, but today is, the time of this recording is Shoshima and Kristen's daughter's 4th birthday. And it's just unbelievable to me. Their oldest is about to start kindergarten, and their youngest just turned 4. Just absolutely wild. Alright. We gotta go this way. Towards that fuel station. Yeah, it's been, it's pretty crazy, but it's just like, yeah. Hard to believe that both of them were born during a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic, and now both of them are about to go to, start school. Oh, they're having a good day? Yeah, I think so. I was able to stop by and say hello for a little bit this afternoon, early this afternoon. Dropped off her present. She's in a princess phase, so apparently is obsessed with Frozen and Frozen 2, so got her a Elsa doll. I think she really appreciated. Let's see. How do you turn on? Yeah, there we go. I'm like, there's a way to turn on lights in this. Alright, so now we gotta go this way, and there's the fuel station. It's in sight. One less thing for us to worry about today. Truck automatically refueled. Hell yeah. Popping in just to say hi. About to do home Korean barbecue. Hell yeah. Well, I hope you enjoy, Callie. Thanks so much for stopping in. This will probably be a shorter stream today. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. We're getting... sorry, I just got a notification about more information from Bliss's thing, so I'm really excited about that. Yeah, so, yeah, but I appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, please post this... Please, always post food pictures. We love food pictures in my Discord. I haven't been as good about posting my own meals lately, but to be honest, a lot of my meals haven't been photo-worthy. I'm being completely honest with you guys. So, yeah, but we love seeing food pics. That goes for you too, YouTube. If you're watching and want to join the Discord, I think I have a link there. If the link's expired, let me know. But, yeah, hop on in and share your food pics with us. There are a lot of foodies in my community. Any food Callie posts looks bomb as fuck. That's true. I agree with Ras. Yeah, maybe this road wasn't the best idea. Alright, let's release. Oh, that's not where I wanted to connect the winch. Yeah, it looks like this is going to be a pretty winch-heavy area here, so this might take a little while, guys. Yeah, this is some serious muck. Also, guys, I was thinking of a new stream reward once we kind of knock out a bunch of these. I know I have a lot, so this is a little far away, but I might do some prep for it now. But, what would you guys think if I did a, if I played through a version of Pokemon Emerald? Would that be something you guys want to do? Is that something you're interested in? Because if so, I can definitely look into doing that and at least getting all the stuff saved and stuff like that. Because they do some really cool stuff, for those that don't know, with Pokemon Emerald, if you guys didn't know. Oh, this may be a fatal mistake. We'll see. I think I'm still in winch range, so I'm not super worried, but this is going to be close. Yep, so I still owe you guys like a lot of special streams, so we are kind of blazing through quite a few of them. I think we do have some longer ones that'll maybe make some more time, but for kind of my next like stream goal, once I get that back up and running and ready to go, if you guys are interested, let me know if you want to do something with Pokemon Emerald. I know we have some Pokemon fans in here. But I've been thinking about it, and I thought that might be a cool idea. I haven't really done a lot of Pokemon stuff here on the channel, so figured, you know, that might be something you guys are interested in. If not, no worries. I'll come up with something else. Hi, Silly. Welcome on in. Good to have you here. But yeah, if you guys are interested in that, just let me know. If not, I'll just assume no, and I'll move on and try to find something that you guys are interested in. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty big obstacle. Summer has flown by. Back to school tomorrow for your 2 teens. Oh yeah, it's wild, huh? Switch Online should be getting the original Pokemon game soon. I doubt it. I'm going to be completely honest. They should have added those a long time ago. Do the Pokemon? Alright, so Silver's all in. What am I supposed to do here? Gotta catch them all, true. This just has bad idea written all over it, does it not? But, like, I legitimately can't think of a different way through here. Well, YOLO! I did it, guys! I did it! I did it! I made it through! Hope y'all are proud of me, chat. Same with you, YouTube. I hope you're proud of me. Playing Violet caught a shiny Frigibax. Yeah, I don't know what a Frigibax is. I am so far out of the loop on Pokemon. I think I really only know the Pokemon up to, like, Gen 4. And No is doing a lot of work there. I made it through the wilderness. how lost I was until I found you. That was for you, Tanner. Alrighty. Thank you, Silly, for the victory, by the way. We did make it through, which is pretty cool. And now we're on the road. And we gotta make it all the way to the lumber. Ridgebags is a small dragon ice type. Yeah, I would have guessed ice by the name. But yeah. Yeah, Silly, I don't know how many gens there are now, but I think it's like 9? But yeah, I only know really up through like Gen 4. And again, No is doing a lot of work there. Look, I mean, Pokemon is... We've had a lot of conversation about Pokemon here on the channel, but to say that Pokemon is a global phenomenon, I think is a bit of an understatement. Pokemon is in a place where any franchise would love to be. Like, it's up there with, like, Mario. It's, like, most recognizable franchises, like, ever. And I have just because I haven't been able to keep up, it's not out of, like... Oh, I went the wrong way, as per usual. Luckily, there's another route across, so that's fine. It's just more like, yeah, Pokemon, for those that don't know, is an investment. We've talked about this before. Femzy can testify. There is so... Pokemon has a lot of depth to it that does not appear to be the case initially. But, like, even the way the game works, and the way abilities work, and strength and weaknesses types, it's like, and then there's Stab, which I admittedly fully don't understand. There's a lot to Pokemon. Items, evolutions, natures. Pokemon is insane. And I mean that affectionately. But, like, if you want to become a Pokemon master, there is so much you have to learn. And... yeah, and they keep adding more stuff to it. I mean, the Mega Evolutions I've talked about, that was kind of what really was the final nail in the coffin for me with Pokemon. As far as, like, this is, like, just one more thing I have to kind of learn and keep track of, and I don't want to. But, no, Pokemon is crazy. It's awesome. And I respect anyone who can really, like, get into it, like Ray or Jeremy Dooley, Femzy, Silver. You know, anyone who can really, like, get all in on Pokemon and know it in and out, I have so much respect for, because it's a lot. It is a lot to learn. It's a lot to keep track of, and, you know, there's been some rough times for our Pokemon fans along the way. Scarlet and Violet, for example, did not perform well on the Switch. They perform much better on the Switch too, which is awesome, but, you know, there's been some rough times in Pokemon for Pokemon fans that they've endured, and the popularity is still there, so it's, you know, no hate. Yeah, same type attack bonus. Long as the move matches one of the types, it gets a power boost. Yeah. Yeah, Silly's never followed it that close. You know, Ash and Pikachu. Fair enough. I've always liked the joke that Ash is a 10-year-old with 30 years of experience, so he's what every, like, company ever wants in an employee. Joke's hitting a little harder now that I'm unemployed, but nevertheless, I've always liked that joke. Though I think they did retire Ash, right? Like, he's, they finally moved on with him. After being the protagonist for, like, literally 30 years. I was like, he was the protagonist back when I was, like, a kid. It's Ash's daughter now. Ah! Also, just like business. What's the word for it? It's the word for nepotism. Nepotism, that's the word I was looking for. So they have Pokemon nepotism, huh? Got it. See, my analogy for Ash being a 10-year-old with 30 years of experience never fails. No, but that is really cool. I'm very happy for Pokemon fans. I think but yeah, I think Silver, there's what, 9 gens, right? 9 of them? Either way, it's a lot. And yeah, like each generation has like around 150, give or take, new Pokemon that are added. So they're at like they're at over 1,000 right now, like different Pokemon. Alright, so we gotta find a way to the lumber mill. I think this is the way, but I'm not 100% sure. It's hard to tell in the dark. Let's get a, well, let's delete that node. There we go. Okay. Guess to be specific, I know the most about Gen 1 and a sprinkling of random single ones from other gens. So Eevee was Gen 1, but you're probably referring to the Eeveelutions, right? Right, Silly? Yeah, yeah. We did it. There's 4 points. We did it. We're halfway there, ladies and gentlemen, and it only took us about 40 minutes to do so. All right. Okay. Dang, I was really hoping that would, So that's C375. Hey, Commander, welcome on in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon, Umbreon, Espeon, Leafeon, Glaceon, Sylpheon. Hope another Eevee comes out soon. Commander, things are going really well. We just made it through the halfway point of this particular mission, which is kind of cool. But yeah, it's good to see you as well. I hope you're doing well. Things are good here. Just had probably what was my most successful run ever in Mudrunners, which is a little sad, but at the same time, very, very on brand for me. So let's change back to this truck. We don't have any load, so we probably want to return it to the garage, right? So we recover this in the garage. We can do that garage. Yeah, I think it is the closest garage, right? So then we'd have to drive back all the way up to one of the log stations. Could go full circle. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, to go back up here and then do the log station again. We won't have enough fuel to cut directly to the log station, so I'd have to go up to the garage and then back to the fuel station, or we could cross over here and do it that way. I don't know. I think we can probably cut through the woods to get back to the main road. Oh, yeah. Might help if I turn the parking brake off. I don't know if there's going to be a route this way. But worst case, we just go in and we have to recover in a garage, you know? So I don't really see a path there. Yeah, I can't quite get that turn, I think. So let's back up. Yeah, I don't think that I can angle that very well. Might be able to go through this. Nope. Be right here. Yep, okay, that looks like it's good. And then that's the main road right there. Perfect. Knocked down 100 trees in total. Hell yeah, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day. Those poor trees. Look, you know, what have trees ever done for us other than produce the oxygen we breathe? Am I right? It's all about industrialization, baby. Let's kill the planet as fast as we can. Woo woo! It's like that Michael Jordan meme. Fuck them kids, fuck them trees. Oh, took quite a lot of damage there. But yeah, let's... I think this water is shallow enough that we should be able to get through and get around it. Nope, this is not the direction I wanted to go in. I need to turn around and go this way. I definitely do not think I could do this if I actually had a, if I was carrying a load, for the record. Well, fine pickle I found myself in here. Alright, took a little while, but we got back on the road to Viridian City. Alright, yeah, we just follow this up and we be good to go. But overall, yeah, I think we're doing a pretty good job, guys. I just gotta make it back. Because we're driving a truck. Driving a big old truck. This would be a really bad place to get stuck, huh? Wrong song, Silver. Wrong song. Wrong song. Alright, Bugs. Chill, dude. Don't you have, like, a hapless moron to trick off a cliff? Alright. The biggest test today. Can I cross a bridge successfully? I did it. Yay. Silver, be sweet to yourself. I will time you out if you're not sweet to yourself. Myself. Uh-huh. I will time your ass out, Silver. You be sweet. That's my friend you're talking about. Better question, can you cross the bridge with weight? I don't think so. I actually specifically think they block that in certain stages. Because, yeah, that would make it a bit easier, but even then, I think this is kind of cut off a little bit here because you have the river on this side, and then a literal river is part of the road here. So, I don't know. I think it might be better to go around since we've already proven we can do it, but I don't know. If you guys want the content play, maybe we can try the other way and see if we can cross with weight. See if the bridge collapses on us. That could be hilarious. Oh, look at that, guys. We made it back. We've officially gone. Full circle. Da-da-da! Da-da-da! All right.
Victory screech!
Thank you, Silly. So we gotta make it down there. We could take this route and try to go that way. Yeah, let's give it a shot. High school had a pageant thing they would do, but for the guys, decided to be a comedian for your talent was asked, what about my body do I dislike the most? Youch. That sounds about right, unfortunately. People in high school be mean. Okay, how do we get across there? I don't know if we can. I'm gonna be honest, this all looks blocked off here. I could probably bulldoze my way through some of the smaller trees there, but that's about it. I don't really see another way through, so let's go try to find a different route. So we could keep going that way, or we could turn around. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Let's do some exploring, I suppose. So, yeah, the biggest thing with me and, like, talents and stuff like that is I've never really been particularly good at anything, except in academia. And, you know, that doesn't really take you very far beyond the... you know, beyond, you know, school and college. I've always been pretty good at, like, you know, classes and stuff like that, but I've never been, like, better than anyone else at anything. I don't know if you guys are familiar with, like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with like, the Crimson Chin from Fairly Odd Parents, but it's like how the bronze kneecap always won bronze. That was basically me. I don't actually remember winning much of anything, if I'm going to be honest. I was always usually runner-up or, you know, second runner-up, one of the two. Even when I did sports. I don't remember how it came up, but I was talking to somebody about, like, how fast I used to be. And I'm like, oh yeah, I could run, like, a 5:40 mile. And they're like, wow, that's insanely fast. I'm like, yeah, only problem is everybody else in the school is running under 5-minute miles. So I'm about a minute behind everybody else. I'm not at all a competitive person. I remember that pissing people off a lot. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. D2, I'm the same way. I'm not a very competitive person. I actually don't really like competition a lot. Which is a big reason why, like, track and field spoke to me. Because you were only ever really competing against yourself. Trying to get your, you know, PR. But, yeah, like, you know, I never won a race. Like, ever. My goal when I was in track and field, in any event I did, because, you know, for those that don't know, I basically did every event except for shot put and discus throwing. But for every event I did, my goal was usually to take not last. I didn't succeed very often. But yeah, I have almost like no like gold medals or anything like that, you know, or trophies because yeah, I never won anything. I'm being just completely honest. I was so I did do mock trial. Don't know if I've talked about this a lot, but I was part of mock trial and I played the defense expert. And I took second place in that category. Second place for my role in mock trial. That's, I think, the closest I ever got to winning. I found out later, I think I lost by like 2 votes. And I want to be clear, that's a competition. When I'm talking about winning, it's a competition. I've won other things, I have won a couple awards, but not in like a competition setting. I think one of my personal favorite insults I've ever been told was someone told me that I am the dude who peaked in high school. I'm not kidding. So somebody did tell me that once. And it's funny because I'm like, God, if that was my peak, I'm fucked. That was literally my response. Oh, thank you, Silver. Yeah. No, I'm not talking about physically. Although my physical peak, at least athletic-wise, was definitely in high school. I'm nowhere near that now. I might be able to get to that, pretty close to that again, because I'm going to be honest, it's a pretty low bar. I wasn't exactly very physically fit, even in high school. But no, just as far as, like, accomplishments and stuff like that, and I'll be honest, I don't think I peaked in high school. But, some people are looking to shit on you. They're gonna come up with whatever they can. I just thought that was really funny because, yeah, I don't particularly feel like I peaked in high school. High school was very much a feast or famine time in my life, as we've talked about multiple times before. I had some of the best moments of my life and some of the worst moments of my life in high school. So overall, pretty average experience, I would say. Alright, we have our second load, and if we can successfully deliver this... We will beat this stage. Learned that real early. I had like a mental patience because I knew they would say whatever about me. Yeah, so I've talked about this before, but insecurity has always been probably my like single biggest flaw as a human being. I have largely gotten over the worst of it, but I definitely had a tendency, and I had a lot of people in my life who put me down constantly. A lot of what I did was never good enough. People wonder, like, oh man, why are you, like, such a perfectionist now? Like, I was joking earlier about how I don't know how to take time off, and that's, like, legitimately true. And it's because a lot of my value as a person was viewed in, what I could do for other people. And that includes, unfortunately, members of my family. Not my immediate family, thank God, but members of my family that I no longer talk to. It was always, what have you done for me lately type thing. So, and that took a lot of work and, introspective to get over and to get past. But it's definitely one of those things where, like, yeah, that was one of the worst things from high school was I didn't have the best social skills, particularly for that time. Turns out being asexual stimulates a lot of your connectivity with a lot of your peers at that time because everyone's horny and fucking like rabbits. But, yeah, I'm very proud of who I have become and hopefully who I continue to be. I definitely, made mistakes, that's for sure. Particularly in social fronts, there are things that, like, I really wish I could have done better. But overall, I can say that I also didn't make any major mistakes either, like any huge ones. Never really did anything illegal, have a, pretty good relationships with most of the people, even from high school, from back then. So, you know, overall, I think I've done pretty well for myself. And yeah, you know, one of those lessons, like, you know, Silver, you said, is you got to learn to be nice to yourself. And that's what I've been trying to do. That's also, if you guys are wondering why I'm always so kind of upfront about, like, what's going on with me and, you know, how I'm personally feeling, because, you know, not only is it a way for me to be honest with you guys, but it's also a way to be honest with myself. And, you know, it's just one of those things where I really and truly do believe in doing your best to try and be the best person you can be and to try and learn from, you know, not only your mistakes, from what you see other people, you know, make, you know? Yep, gotta make room for understanding if you want people to understand you is a very accurate thing, for sure. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Okay. Release this winch and see how far we can get. Looks like you're pulling the tree up by the roots. Yeah, I mean, partially. That is the thing about a winch, you know, is that it you know, just like that, you know, it can break, so... So you gotta be, you know, kind of careful with that. But alright, we made it through. I was really worried. I thought we got stuck there. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I really did think we were toast, because I thought we were tilting too much to recover from, and then I thought we got stuck immediately after, so... Woo-wee! It's been an adventure already. And we're pretty much not even at the halfway point yet. Though admittedly, once we kind of crossed the river, that it was pretty smooth sailing from there. One of the things I like about this game is that your previous route does affect how you drive. Like, so you can see the leftovers from where we were last time. This is where we were really, you know, tilting the, tilting the truck, and we weren't sure if we were going to make it. In real life, we would be on the riverbank still. Oh, yeah, I don't think I would have been able to cross that in real life. Just being completely honest, you know? Alright. So we're just over halfway through our fuel. And we still have quite a ways to go. So I think, to be on the safe side, we will still go for that fuel station. Yeah, we're definitely moving a lot slower this time around. I think it's because our tires are covered in so much mud. It's affecting our traction. Trying to go the same trail could be bad, yeah. Definitely can be bad. We'll see what happens. You know, we're making pretty good time. So, we'll see what happens. I just decided to do what TechWiz recommended, and we YOLO'd through that one. Hey, TechWiz! Your strategy would have worked, just so you know. Don't know if you're still here, but, we did floor it. And it seemed to work okay. YOLO Swaggins! Damn straight. Leroy Jenkins! God, I was talking to someone who didn't know that meme, and I felt really old. Like, I think I had a couple gray hairs come in right there in that conversation. It was pretty... Oh, it was pretty eye-opening. It's like, oh my god, that's right, there's a whole, like, generation of adults, because they are adults now, that were too young for that meme. Wild to think about, but true. Alright, I'm gonna do my best not to miss the turn this time. Yeah, so we're gonna need to cut across after this lake here. So it looks like... I don't think it's a good idea to drive through the water there, so we'll go down and have to turn around. If she doesn't know this meme, she's too young for you type shit. 100%. Yeah. No, I had a conversation with Iseo the other day, and it's like, yeah, the new adults, the first year adults, are born in 2007. 18-year-olds are born in 2007. And that made all of our souls die a little on the inside. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't think I can turn around there, so I'm going to have to go around, go the long route. But yeah, 18-year-olds are from 2000 and were born in the year 2007 now. Average age of high school here is, you know, between 13 and 14, and they were born in 2011, freshmen in high school. 2011, 2012. Time stops for no one. Yeah, Sully says I can verify. I have two. Yep. No, it's pretty wild. I mean, again, just how much how much time goes by and how quickly it does. But yeah, the entire generation of the next generation's already here. You know, people born in 2000 are now 25. 2010 and 2011, middle one repeated kindergarten, so 2 ninth graders. Yep. Side eyes you get at work when you use an old reference. Oh, I feel ya. You know, that was the thing is, at my last job, I was one of the 2 youngest. I was only a year older than one of my coworkers. Everybody else, though, was, you know, in their 40s or older at my last job. Oldest was 99, so 25. Yep, there you go. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Time does not slow down for anybody, you know? And it's strange, too, because when you think about it, like, this has been happening for a while, but, you know, the most recent generations, they have grown up in a time where the internet has been a part of their lives literally since before they were born. Oh, there we go. Just made one mistake. I went the wrong way, backed up, and immediately tilted over. So let's recover. Let's recover in a garage. Is there AAA? Yeah, kinda. But alrighty. Jeez. I don't know if I have the energy today to do that again. Because we got to go all the way around now because this was the closest garage. So we literally have to go all the way back around to grab the logs again. So I think we may pause here and come back and do this again. Just because, like, yeah, that was an hour and, 20 minutes. And we just lost, like, 40 minutes of time. So I think I'm going to call it here for now. We'll do a part 2 of this in the future. Probably at the end of the month. So, YouTube just, recording this on, I believe it's August 10th. So we'll do it in about probably 2 weeks. We'll record this again. We'll take a part 2. But yeah, we gotta do that whole thing all over again. Because yeah, we were like right here. So we were more than halfway through, and if we had made it to the fuel station and gotten past like where the K700 is, we would have been home free. So I think just so I don't get tilted and also so I can keep some energy, I think we should pause it there. But yeah, YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this. It was fun. It was a good yap session. We did make it. We had the best run ever, and then yep, just like that, I made one wrong turn, and then overcorrected too much, and we lost everything. And if that's not Mudrunners in a nutshell, I don't know what is. But thank you guys very, very much for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. We will absolutely be back to this. I do enjoy this. Viewership was really good. So we'll be back. But for now, we're just going to call it there for my own sanity. And thank you guys for watching. See you next time, YouTube. Bye-bye!